Hello guys, I am OG, back with another Etheria restart video. This time I'm interested to talk about Kraken and how to play or build him correctly for especially if you're early players, not like a veteran. If you're a veteran, you will always already know how to build him. So this is more for beginner, okay? So let's see what is Kraken. Kraken is a mastermind manager from the faction Oddity, and see, so his role is mostly for giving a CC or frozen. So let's read his skill before we talk about how to build him correctly. The first skill is Kraken attack dealing 200% damage, and it has 30% chance to reduce defense by 60%. Okay, so at level 5, the duration is 2 turns for the defense, and then the chance is 40%. So this is not really that important, just whatever. And then the second skill is personalized service. Okay, so Kraken deals damage 220% to enemies, one target. Okay, so have 50% chance to inflict one turn deep frozen. What is deep frozen? So deep frozen makes the target cannot take action or passively gain turn matter, so it just stays there. If the affected unit HP is below 50% at the start of their turn, this effect will last an additional one turn. So the extension can only be triggered once, so you can make them like low HP below 50% to make it 2 turn. So if they have lower HP, its duration is 2 turn, which is very strong in PvP especially, right? Because you can stop their DPS, like your enemy DPS, to not be able to do anything for 2 turn. And then for at level 5, the cooldown is only reduced by 1, and then the chance is 70% instead of 50. So I would recommend to get level 3 in this one. And then for the ultimate, this one is financial tsunami. So basically strike all enemies dealing 220% damage and has 65% to decrease 20% turn matter and 35% chance to inflict freeze. So freeze is just different than the deep freeze. It makes them cannot take action or gain turn matter for one turn. If the target turn matter is cleared after being decreased, the freeze chance is increased to 100%. Wow. So if you can reduce their turn matter to 0, you can freeze them 100%. Oh my god. So this one, you want to target the unit that are kind of have lower turn matter to make them 100% chance freeze. Okay. And at level max, the cooldown is -1 turn, and the chance to freeze is 50% instead of 35%. Okay, so the effect of turn matter also 30%. I think this one you want 3 level. Okay, so that's the skills. And now for the model. In here, I built him more on the speed and trying to get the time width. So unfortunately, I still don't have the better set yet. So if I get the better set, I try to get the 3 max matrix here in here. So I can reduce 2 of this to get more time width, because I need 7 more time width, right? So if I get 3 in here and then 2 more time width, that will be perfect. Or I can just upgrade in here to swift rush and time width. So that's for the matrix. I want to get as much speed as possible, and time width is increase the effect accuracy by 18%, and then it has 35% chance at the start of the turn to reduce all cooldown by 1 turn. So that's why I like it, because Kraken wants you to have as many effect accuracy as possible, and while also reducing the cooldown of his skill, because you want to keep using this skill and this skill, right? If it get reduced by 1 turn, it will help him to cast it more often. So that's for the model. And now for the prowess or skill build. We talked about it earlier. So for me, I would prioritize this financial tsunami to level 3 at first, or at least level 4 if you have extra. But level 3 is a must. Okay, so you need to level 3 at most. But if you don't level, if you have enough, level 4 is even better. So prioritize to level 3 or 4. And then after you get to level 4, you can skip this one or just level up to level 2 3 I mean, so increase it to 70%. I think this one is worth it, but not as much as this financial tsunami. Okay, so financial tsunami to level 4, and then this one to level 3, so that's already 5, right? 5 skill point, and this one you can just ignore. So you need 5 skill point for Kraken to build him correctly. And now for the shell. For the shell, I use a alicorn because it gives, if the owner has debuff, it dispel 2 of them and then increase the effect by 20% resistant debuff for every 1 debuff dispelled. So if you have 2 debuff dispelled, Kraken will get 40% effect resistance. So for 2 turn, which is very good because the cooldown is only 4, and when you awakening it, it gives 25% instead. So not so big difference, but yeah, if you get 2 of them, it's 50% effect resistance to make sure that he will not get CC'd. But you really want him to always act first, so your speed really need to be highest as possible. This one, because I haven't leveled it up or built invest more on this stat, so that's why the speed is low. But you usually want to aim for 250 speed for this type of build, so Kraken can always act first and then give the ultimate here. So you want to always cast the ultimate because this one hits all enemies, and it has like freezing by 50%. Okay, so that's why it's really important to cast this and freeze them. And then not only that, you also need the effect accuracy to be 100%. So that's it for my build on the Kraken and how to build him correctly for a newbie and beginner. And he is one of the good unit for PvP for sure. A lot of people using him for their team. And if you have any recommendation or other build that you think is better, please let me know on the comment below. And thank you for watching. See you for the next time.